Hello YouTube, my name is Bethea Jasper and this is my very first YouTube video, as you can tell by the title. Now I have to mention, when I say I'm desperate in the title, I am not actually desperate. Desperate is not a good look. But I don't think there is anything more desperate than that feeling in your gut that I think most people can relate to, of wanting more and feeling like you're meant for more, and feeling like no matter how hard you try to dig out of wherever you're at, you feel like you don't get to this place of more. I have always wanted to see people on YouTube be really real about stories like this, and I think now is a great time, if ever. I've put off creating a YouTube channel for so long. I mentioned some of that in the following clips, but it's a real thing. It's even longer than the last 2 years. I've wanted to do this for so long. So has everybody. I mean, it just seems to be like the thing to do. But I want this YouTube channel to be whatever it becomes. I'm not sure yet now. I have no niche. I have no idea. I just want to get on here and talk to people about everyday relatable things and figure out how we can make our lives beautiful in a way that is real, that's not this, oh, we all have to be aesthetic, because I'm sorry, but not everybody's life fits into an aesthetic Instagram filter. It never will. But there needs to be people who get on this platform and talk about this. So anyways, I will get the video started. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you subscribe and enjoy the video. Just as a side note, I want to apologize for the poor audio quality in these clips. Obviously, I'm in my car and I don't have a mic because this is just my phone. Be kind to me, please. But in the first clip, I'm actually broken down on the side of the road, so I apologize for the annoying clicking sound. Anyways, back to the video. For about the last year, I have been constantly thinking about waking up. I know tons of people in my life, multiple examples of people that have set out to do good and do their best, and the biggest tragedy of their lives is that they did all of it without any knowledge or awareness of where they actually are, mentally, emotionally, all of it. And in the last year, I don't know if this is maturity or just finally finding some perspective, I have realized how I manifested all of the situations that have happened in my life. Not in a like, oh, all of the bad things that ever happened to me are my fault, but more in the sense of my perspective, my mentality is what created it all, is what made things become the story that they were. Because the thing is, the story isn't written already. In fact, there are multiple different paths. I've heard that dozens of times in even children's shows, fantasy children's shows, like that old Merlin show. They always said, the dragon always said that the future has multiple paths. It is not yet defined, and yet somehow they can predict the future, right? And since I've been thinking about awareness and just being awake to where you really are, I've been thinking about how that's exactly what we do. We just assume that the story is already written, and then we live our lives on autopilot and beat ourselves up, listen to our ego's voice, our pain bodies, and we just accept it. Instead of listening to that little voice inside of you that says, I am worth more, I am as I was before. I'm just, stable. I've been less stable. But I just feel like I'm investing this incredibly important time in my life into something that I have no desire to be a part of. I mean, Walmart's been a wonderful company to me. They've provided my living all of my life, because I'm the second generation Walmart worker, and it's, there's no complaints. I have everything in the world to be thankful for, and I'm very grateful. But at the same time, when I was younger, I always felt like I was gonna have this wonderful purpose. And I always felt very strongly inside of myself that I would do something great, or I would make something of myself. And I look around me and I see people who have been working at this company for 20 plus years, my father included, and none of them are happy or satisfied with their lives, and every single one of them says that I had no intentions of staying here, but they are there. They've stayed there, and it's 20 years later that have passed them by, and they're still at the place that I'm at, where they are dreaming of more and better for themselves. And I have put off making YouTube videos for so long. Like, I told myself I was gonna do this when I moved out here to Austin about 2 years ago. And every single time I've filmed the videos, never posted them, tried to edit them, and through the editing process I just eat myself alive. I'm like, no, you're not good enough. I've always just felt so afraid to be authentically myself. But the problem is that back in the day, I needed somebody like me. And in reality, even now, I need somebody like me who gets up there, says who they really are, what they're really struggling with, and creates a community where we're all like that, and we realize that we're not alone. We're real people. We have a network that we can be genuine in. I don't see that a lot. I just see people living their lives in this unconscious haze where they just judge everything based off of whatever somebody on TikTok said, or whatever their assumptions for most of their life have been, things based off of traumas and things that they would never reenact in their lives moving forward. They would never reenact that going in their lives going forward. Once they're at the end of their life, their biggest regrets end up being, oh, well, I didn't go for that. And if I could go back and do it, I would do it differently. And I don't want to let my life get away from me. So that's what this YouTube video is really about. I'm reaching out to people who are just like me because I know you're out there. I see you on YouTube, I watch your videos, and I feel the same way, to where I'm ready for more. I'm ready for this new level of consciousness to come into play where we're real and we're authentic people, not just in person but online. And the image that we put out to the world is not this photoshopped ideal, but it's a reality. I'm creating this YouTube channel not only because it's finally time that I just grow a pair and do it, but I want to be there for you. Whoever you are, thank you for watching this video. And I want to be a voice on the internet that reminds people that we need to believe in ourselves, and there are no excuses that justify giving up on our dreams. I have been working so hard lately, and I go through these cycles where I work really hard towards my dreams and then I get discouraged and I stop and I have to pick myself back up again, and it's like taking 7 steps back just to go right back to where you were again, and it is the most frustrating thing in the world. And I want on this platform there to be people who not only talk about it, but a community of people that acknowledge how to figure that out. Because I know people who are in their 20s that are where I'm at. I know people who are 30, 40, 60, even 80. And they still have some sort of a life to live. And they still need perspective to figure that out. And that is my main inspiration for this channel, is to just have some real perspective on our lives. Man, woman, I don't care who you are. We're all human and we're all here together, and that's what this space on this platform is going to be. So this clip is just a good example of what I want this channel to be about, especially this one right here. I am still in my car. I've been waiting for a tow truck to come pick me up for going on 2 or 3 hours. It was 5 o'clock, pitch black dark, when I got stuck here, and now I'm still here. And you know what? This is what real life is. This does not fit into there's no other way to make this look pretty except for this is every day stuff. I could look at this situation and say, well, this is just proof that my life sucks. Or I can mentally reframe it and see it as an opportunity. This time it's an opportunity for me to actually finish and edit the YouTube video I've always wanted to take a chance on. Another way to look at it is, honestly, this is a chance for me to relax and I don't have to go to work today. Either way, it's a bad situation and our mentality creates it. So again, when we feel like we're never gonna get to our dreams, it's a mental thing. I think there's a quote by Henry Ford: whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And I see that play out in my life all the time. Everything that I say I'm not pretty enough for, or I'm not good enough for that, it's true. I wasn't good enough for putting up a YouTube video. Why? Because I told myself that I wasn't. And so here it is. It doesn't matter if you think that you can't do it. You get to decide if you go after your dreams or not. You get to decide the story that you write. And yeah, let's make this YouTube channel a place where we make writing the story of our life an active place of being a creator. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day. Bye. So,